Did you know that ingredients found in antiperspirants and deodorants have been found in human blood and fat cells? How this affects our health, or which health risks it increases, is still not fully understood. We're just starting to study the effects of this. And I want you to remember that understanding how these exposures or carrying these chemicals in our bodies, how that may affect us and our children and their children, takes generations and lots of money to fund the research. If you'd like to play it safe, then stay tuned. You'll learn 6 questions and 6 tips to help you identify the safest, most effective antiperspirants or deodorants for you and your family. I'm Sophia Ruan Gushée, author of A to Z of Detoxing, the ultimate guide to reducing our toxic exposures. And since I became a mom in 2007, I've been researching the most practical ways I can avoid toxic chemicals and heavy metals from what I buy, own, and do. Before we get started, let's talk about what's the difference between antiperspirants and deodorants. Antiperspirants are products that contain compounds that will block your sweat glands to prevent moisture from reaching the surface of your skin. So if you're someone that sweats a lot and you want to prevent the embarrassing sweat stains that can develop in your shirts under the armpit area, then antiperspirants are products that you've probably been using. You want to be aware of aluminum-based compounds, which are often the active ingredients in antiperspirants. And they work very effectively in preventing a lot of sweating in the armpits. But these compounds have been studied for how they may affect your brain and nervous system. They've been studied for neurodegeneration and neurotoxicity. Again, the jury's still out on how these compounds do affect us, but the preliminary evidence leads me to do everything I can to avoid products that contain them. One product that my husband discovered as being hugely helpful is this Thompson tea. This is his. These t-shirts contain special materials in the armpit area that absorb the sweat. He loves them. He says it's super effective and it eliminates his need for antiperspirants. Second, which ingredients are being used to fight bacteria that creates odors? Triclosan has been a popular ingredient used for this purpose. The concern is that it may disrupt thyroid hormones, and it may also contribute to bacteria that is resistant or becoming resistant to antibiotics, which are very important for us to stay healthy. So if you want to play it safe, read product labels for triclosan to avoid triclosan. And in case there are substitute chemicals that may not be safer, it'll take a long time for us to really know. You might also want to avoid products that claim antibacterial and germ-fighting properties. 3, which ingredients are being used to mask odors? Fragrance is a recipe or a formula that can contain up to hundreds of ingredients to help mask odors and make you smell great. The concern is that manufacturers are not required to disclose all the ingredients in fragrance. Studies that have tried to examine which ingredients are used and whether they pose health risks have found that sometimes these chemicals are harmful to our brain, our nervous system, reproductive system, and so many other things. So to be safe, avoid fragrance by choosing fragrance-free. Look for fragrance-free on the product label and read the ingredient list to avoid fragrance and perfume. 4, which ingredients are being used for preservatives? Parabens is a class of chemicals that have often been used, and they are also being studied for their possible hormone disruption and how that may contribute to things like cancer. To avoid parabens, read product labels, and you'll see various names that end with parabens. So look for parabens at the end of the name. 5. What are safer ingredients to look for in non-toxic deodorants and antiperspirants? Non-toxic antiperspirants usually use baking soda or cornstarch to absorb sweat, and non-toxic deodorants often use coconut oil, charcoal powder, and sometimes essential oils like tea tree oil to fight odors. My favorite products are by Primarily Pure. This is the charcoal Primarily Pure deodorant, and this is the lavender scented deodorant by Primarily Pure. 6. Wonder what are the best sources available to help you find the safest, latest deodorants and antiperspirants. The Environmental Working Group has an excellent database called Skin Deep, and it has reviewed thousands of personal care products, including antiperspirants and deodorants, and assigned a safety rating. So check that out. In summary, 6 questions and 6 tips to help you find safer, non-toxic, and effective antiperspirants and deodorants are: 1. Ask yourself which ingredients are being used to block the sweat from emerging to the skin. You want to avoid aluminum-based compounds based on what we know today. 2. Which ingredients are being used to fight the bacteria that creates the odors? Triclosan is currently a popular ingredient. Substitute chemicals will probably come along at some point and may not be safer, so you can look for antibacterial or germ-fighting properties as a signal for you to research that product further. 3. Which ingredients are being used to mask odors? Choose fragrance-free and read product labels to avoid fragrance and perfume. 4. Which ingredients are being used as preservatives? Parabens are a popular class of chemicals used as preservatives, and you can avoid them by reading product labels. 5. Which ingredients are used in non-toxic products? You want to look for things like coconut oil, charcoal powder, maybe essential oils like tea tree oil to fight odors, and to absorb sweat, baking soda and cornstarch are often used. You can Google for more ingredients. There are countless recipes, but those are common ones. And last, what are resources available to you to help you find the best non-toxic antiperspirants and deodorants today? Look up the Environmental Working Group's Skin Deep database. It's an excellent resource. And if you want to save time and not do any research, then you can also just check out the Primarily Pure deodorants. Again, charcoal and lavender are the ones I've chosen for my family. And also check out Thompson Tea t-shirts. The spelling and links for these products are down below, but these t-shirts contain materials in the armpit area to absorb sweat. If you found this video helpful and you'd like to learn more, then check out my podcast, Practical Non-Toxic Living Podcast. You can learn more at www.ruanliving.com and follow me on Instagram at ruanliving. To more easily stay updated on workshops, new podcasts, and simple tips to detox chemicals, heavy metals, and electromagnetic fields from your home, diet, self-care, and technology, then sign up for my newsletter. You can just text Detox, DETOX, to the number 66866. Once again, text Detox, DETOX, to the number 66866. Thanks for watching this video here on YouTube. If you found the video helpful, then please share it with your friends and family and subscribe by clicking on the bell. That way you'll stay easily updated on new, simple ways to avoid chemicals, heavy metals, and radiation from your home, diet, self-care, and technology. We're all in this together.